What if Female Deku was Mangle? Part 3. As she was in a factory and Aizawa had just came in as he had knocked him unconscious. Oh dear, was I supposed to knock him unconscious? Oh well, better get the supplies. As she goes over to get supplies, pieces, to take it back to Foxy. As he's gathering the pieces, or she's gathering the pieces. As she noticed something glowing. Ooh, what's this? As she walks to it and moves several things out of the way. As it happens to be a power cell, like something you would use to power an object. As she decides to take it, as it looks interesting. As she then flees. A few minutes after that, Aizawa wakes up. Oh, what hit me in the head? As he looks around the room, trying to figure out what hit him, he goes to check the security cameras, as it's the only thing he could think of. But the security camera looks like it was destroyed, so there was nothing he could get. Nothing. So whoever hit me got me unconscious, left without a trace. Great. Now what do? I probably should go back on patrol. As Mangle's going through the city, as she's going back to where Foxy's at, in that factory. I want to say something about that factory, but I'm not exactly sure. That factory, I'm just going to say, used to be owned by the Hero Safety Commission, though. So it used to be their property. They never used it, but they did own it at some point. As they go back, or she goes back to the factory, going through the forest, she hears something. As she looks down, as she sees some thugs, and looks to be like a little girl of some sort. And she's thinking, because she still has her child soul, she looks around. Oh, what do they want? As, come on, girl, we need to take you back. As Mangle is just watching. As the girl has, I'm gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna say wolf ears. Why not? Wolf ears. As she just crawls down from the wall in her animatronic form. And she just sits there and watch. As the girl is scared and is hiding in a corner. As they're about to grab, as one of the thugs is about to grab her, Mangle strikes, dragging one of them away without them noticing. As the other is about to grab, Mangle bites his arm and flings him against a wall. The other one tries to transform his arm into a sword and cuts off one of Mangle's arms. As Mangle uses the other one to hold it in place and uses the other animatronic head to bite his leg. As she bites on the man's head, killing him. As the last man that got sent to the wall had died on impact. As the child looks at her, as she looks at the child, as then she just disappears, grabbing her detached arm and going back up to the ceiling and walking away. As she's off back to the facility, as she goes back to where Foxy is, as she's working on repairing her arm, because she does know how to reattach animatronic limbs. Foxy did teach her that. I found someone and helped someone today, Foxy. Some girl with wolf ears. I would say she was about my age when I was alive, I believe. And she's done fixing, and her spirit pops out of the animatronic body and flies around as she talks. I wonder. I wish I had some friends. As she's just flying around the room, just not minding her own business. It would be fun if I had some more friends. As she thinks to the animatronics that look like her. I think I'll send them out to get the parts. No. I should send them out to grab. May? May Hatsume, I'm pretty sure. Isn't that the engineer's girl's name? Yes, I'll send some of them out. To Stature. After all, what's the fun of doing it myself when I need to watch over you? As she smiles innocently. But I'll just keep an eye on them just in case. And y'all are probably wondering, how will Mangle be able to control the animatronics if they can only leave a certain meter out of her range? That only applies to her actual body, her original form. The other animatronics that look just like her can go outside and expand her range. But the thing is, she can control them as long as she's in her original form. But once they're destroyed, she doesn't control them anymore, as they've been destroyed. Pretty simple. As she decides to send them out, and the time she sends them out is the same day of the USJ. And y'all may be thinking, what does the USJ have to do with this? They're just gonna kidnap Mei Hatsume. One of them managed to get into the USJ somehow. And the way that she got in, the sewer system. I'm just gonna say that. Because I don't think UA has a sewer system. Like, no one would go think of using a sewer system, especially a person. The thing is, the animatronic is not a person. They can go through a sewer system. And we know the USJ is huge. So of course there's going to be a way in from the sewers. Nearly every building has a way in from the sewer. Even if it's going through the bathroom floor. Just an example, by the way. As the animatronic got into the USJ, as it wanders around, just looking, as it sees the middle happening, as it's saying feedback back to Izumi. Ooh, that looks interesting. So she's looking through the animatronic's eyes, seeing the commotion, seeing the fights happening between Aizawa and the villains. And she's just watching. Ooh, very interesting. Isn't that the hero I knocked out a couple of days ago? As she thinks back on it, as her ears go down, that is the hero. As her ears go back up. What was his name? As she hears it from the battlefield. Eraserhead. Yeah, the hero Eraserhead, I think. As he just watches their fight. As Aizawa sees this, as someone's watching, but decides to ignore it since the bigger villains are in front of him. He goes to attack Shigaraki. You know how that goes down in the anime. Pretty much the same thing, where the Nomu is just hitting his head into the pavement of the concrete, which would really hurt a person. And it's about the time where All Might shows up. And Izumi is just still watching all of this. But we're going to take a quick pause from this scene as we go to the other animatronics of herself that have caught up to Mei Hatsume. Or Mi Hatsume. Whatever. as they've gotten up to her. Excuse me, are you Mei Hatsume? As she was roaming through a abandoned street, as three hood figures, which were the animatronics in disguise, had showed up. And she said, "Yes, I am Mei Hatsume of the support course of UA. We would need you to follow us for a moment." As she looks around, seeing that there's two other people. "What are you trying to do? Kidnap me?" "No, we just need your help." "Help with what?" "Think of it as this. You'll be fixing up something very important." "Do I really have a choice?" "Unfortunately, no, you do not. Now, you'll have to come with us." As she's not getting out of this situation. Because her quirk, I believe, has kind of like a microscope, actually. Like, she can zoom in. I don't know how to describe her quirk well. But it helps her, see into, little spots or something like that. Whatever. As they are taking her back, they decide to use a vehicle that was at the facility. And y'all may be wondering, how are animatronics gonna drive? And how is Izumi gonna drive the car? She's not. She's programming driving into one of the animatronics. That's what I'm saying. Because I could go through a 5 minutes of explaining how they're driving through every street, which honestly would be pretty hilarious if I tried to. I may do that in another What If, though. But I'm just gonna go back to the USJ. As she's seeing the fight between All Might and the Nomu, as she's in awe, still watching it. "I wish I could be there in person. It would be so much better." But she's back at the factory or something like that. Facility, whatever. As she's just still watching in amazement as the fight goes on. They delivering blows, each blow harder than the last. Yes. Ooh, this is very entertaining as it is. As one last blow is hit on the Nomu, sending it flying out of the USJ. "Let's go!" As she enjoyed the fight, as she knows All Might is really tired and all that. Again, she doesn't care. She's just observing. As she decides, "Okay, I think this is enough. But why did I come here again?" "Oh, that's right. To make sure no one was keeping an eye on Mei Hatsume, right? Or was it for something else? I can't remember." "Oh well." As she prepares to leave, the heroes had arrived, and Snipe had shot a bullet, piercing the animatronic through the head, causing it to fall over, and Izumi, or Mangle, losing connection. "Oh, come on. It was just getting good." She has a little bit of a frown as she hears a car pull up. "Oh, that must be the other Mangles." She's just going to call them the other Mangles, as they're just pretty much copies of the original, just with animatronic bodies that look more like the regular ones, not like her. As she hides her body away, as her spirit floats around, as they walk in. "So you must be Mei Hatsume. And who might you be?" "I'm the one that brought you here." "Really? How did you bring me here? These three brought me here." "Oh, do you mind revealing yourselves, please?" As all the three hooded figures come out, reveal themselves being the versions of Mangle. "But y'all are machines?" "They are machines. Copies of the original. Myself." Interesting. As she's in awe, as she's looking at the design and all that. Now, I do need to ask a tiny favor from you, Mei Hatsume. And what might that be? Could you please repair Foxy? And who's Foxy? This way, please. As they go through the facility, as she's looking around and noticing a factory part where there seems to be a few other Mangles fixing the place up. There's quite a bit of you. I assume they're all robots. Oh, they all are. They're animatronics like myself. Except this is kind of my spirit form, you could say. I'm not exactly sure what to call it. But anyway, here we are as they enter a room where Foxy is laying on a table. And there he is, Foxy. As she looks at it, seems to be an older model. Yes, Foxy is a friend of mine. He saved me quite a few times, if I remember correctly. One time during, I almost died. That other time where people came in and tried to I believe trying to take Amatrox apart or something like that. He told me. Well, anyway, let's continue. Can you please start the repairs on Foxy? I'll see what I can do. And I'm afraid you don't have a choice. By the way, I need you to fix Foxy. So that's what you're going to do. She does have a little bit of the evil side, but she has no intentions of killing Mei Hatsume. She just needs her to repair Foxy. And you're like thinking, she has control of the factory. Why can't she fix him herself? I'm sorry. You try fixing an animatronic body. If you have no idea what you're doing, and Foxy only taught her how to reattach animatronic limbs, you don't want to mess with any of the gears in Foxy's body. Because one wrong circuit break or cord could cause Foxy to essentially die. Well, anyway. Now, I guess it's time for me to go check on some other things. Have fun! She just flies through the wall. As two of the Mangle animatronics just sit there in the room. As she's flying through, seeing all the other Mangles. Status report, please. Yes, original Mangle. So, we have discovered that the heroes may be aware of our presence now. That could be true, but that is expected. Since we did go to rescue or to really kidnap Mei Hatsume. Yes. But they may find our location sooner or later. That doesn't matter, as long as Foxy is repaired. As you say, original. What else shall you have us do? Just prepare. We'll discuss more when Foxy's awake. As we are going to end part 3 of What If Female Deku Was Mangle there. I hope you all enjoyed. Remember to hit the like and subscribe button for more.